But speaking of hater, I'm on my travels here. I don't even think I should tell you the details, but I made another arch enemy. I just decided to be really pissed at someone again. Somebody has displeased me. Do you want to know? Okay, so I'm at the airport, right? And I go into the lounge because I'm a frequent traveler. And I had business class. Upgraded myself. But I go into the lounge of my airport. So I get to the lounge and it's like so full. And it's like, I swear 80% of the fullness is from the JP passengers, who are going to Japan, who also, a lot of them were Japanese and some of them were not. But it seemed like they all disappeared when the JP flight started boarding, and there were just a lot of Japan passengers. And so it was so full, but, you know, I was hungry, I needed breakfast. So I grabbed some things. First I looked for a seat, right? So it's like a curvy couch like this, okay? And there's maybe a table here, a table here, a table here, a table here. And someone's sitting here, someone's sitting here, someone's sitting here. And this person just left and left a shit ton of glasses and whatever on there. Okay, and then, so I put all my stuff here. And I leave. And I go get the stuff from the buffet. It's like a little bit over there. And I come back. And they just, like, literally a second ago, they cleared off the table because I requested it. But I come back and I'm like, Someone ever so slightly pushed all of my things, like, 10 centimeters to the side. Like, really just so slightly. It was, like, here. And sat their ass down. But, like, I swear, I would never, like, I was looking at a lot of seats that had no people sitting there, but it had their stuff there. For me, automatically, I'm like, I'm not gonna sit down there if someone's things are there. They're just for a moment at the buffet or whatever, right? They're coming right back to sit down. And I had so many things, it was very obvious. I had a huge mountain of my things sitting right there. And this woman, she sits there. And I stand like 2 steps away from her. With in my hand, I have the plates from the buffet that I'm about to put down and you know, eat. And I look at her. And I'm expecting her to look at me. I'm letting the aura flow. And there's no way that she didn't notice, but she purposefully, like, looked away from me and just stared in the air and had this, like, not confused, but, like, she was maybe trying to give off this, like, I'm innocent aura. She knew! I was standing there for a straight 5 seconds without saying anything and just looking at her. And then I'm like, okay, she doesn't want to look at me. All right, then let's talk to her straight in Japanese because she's not going to expect me to talk in Japanese to her. So I say in Japanese, like, I was actually sitting here. What did she say? I don't know if she said this right away, but she's basically just saying, she's like squinting at me, like real hard. She's like, me too. I sit here. And I'm like, yeah, but all of the stuff, you see that? That's my stuff. And I literally just got the table cleared, like a second ago. And I have the food in my hand. I was gonna sit right here. I say all of that in Japanese. And she's like, yeah, but I also sit here. She says something like that, and it just makes no sense. Like, do you understand that I sat here first? I put all my stuff here. Do you want to sit next to me or what? What's the dealio? What's the dealio? I don't get it. she's like squinting at me, like trying really to, yeah, she's like really playing dumb. I can totally tell the way she's squinting at me with, and then an open, gasping mouth. Like she's barely looking at me too. She's like looking confused around. And I swear she did not expect me to speak Japanese. Kind of, 大丈夫ですか? And I'm like, 大丈夫じゃないだけど. So I'm like balancing the plate with the food, and I pick up all my things. I give her a tongue. I pick up all my things. It's like so much stuff to carry, and I purposefully like look like I'm struggling a little bit. And I walk over to another table because by that 2 minutes, like another table cleared up quite nicely nearby, and I sat down there. And it's like, whatever, it's not a big deal, but like from me, so first of all, if I see a reserved spot, I'm not gonna sit there. Basic rule. I don't get it. I don't get it. I tried so hard. Thank you for agreeing with me. You would do the same, right? That's normal. I was thinking, like, am I going crazy? But no, that's like the normal thing to do. You would be like, oh, so sorry, I didn't realize you were sitting here. And like especially when nothing's there, okay, then whatever. But if they have their stuff very obviously planted on that seat, yeah, I was being trolled. And the funny thing is, like, I was thinking like this airplane, it has like hundreds of guests in, like it's really a big flight, right? And there's no way I'm gonna see her again, right? And then we arrived so early. I assume that's why we had to get into a bus, because there's no, like, you don't dock onto the airport that early. I'm one of the first people to get into the bus. I'm literally like the 10th person to get into the bus because, you know, for the first people to leave the airplane. Okay, bus. I go for here, and because I'm lazy and the seats are filling up fast, these are like kind of two-seaters, but they're kind of awkwardly just a one-seater. You know those kind of seats where it's too big for a one-seater, but it's too small for a two-seater. But because it's right in front of my nose, I go straight here and I sit down without thinking. And someone's here and looking that way. And I'm thinking, I know this is really late, but it was that lady. And I feel like yeah, from the back of her head, at first I didn't notice, but then I saw like slightly the side of her head, and I was like, oh, wait a fucking second, it's my arch enemy!